Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Final Fantasy VI Worlds Collide here on SpeedGaming 2. My name is Gar. I am joined in the booth today by Sigil. Sigil, my friend, how are you? What's going on?
I'm great. How you doing? And
Oh man, anytime I get to commentate a Worlds Collide run is a great day. And today, for all of you wonderful viewers at home, we have another flag set from our flashback battle royale. Today is Edgar's Chainsaw, a throwback to our Coliseum event that we had. Oh, when was that? Last year?
I'm not too sure because I just started in
Yeah.
like the last 7 months.
How come you don't know everything already, Sigil? Come
I,
on.
I don't know.
Oh no. Anyway, ought to be a fantastic watch for you all. We've got two incredible runners for you. Papa Shango there on the left, Drinks Glue over there on the right. Everybody loves a little bit of glue. Everybody loves a little bit of Papa.
Yep.
So now, fun fact for you all: Drinks Glue was Papa Shango's mentor for this game. So a little bit of a stake-raising moment. Will the Moogle defeat the mentor, or
I'm, pr-
will the mentor show no mercy to the poor defenseless Moogle?
I'm hoping the Moogle shows no mercy to the poor defenseless mentor.
Well, there's only one way to find out, and that is to get through this seed. So, Sigil, talk to us a little bit about Edgar's Chainsaw. What do our runners have to look forward to here?
They start with Edgar, who has his natural tools command, and the other two random characters have two random skills. But there's no chakra magic tech. The experience, MP, and gold is split. It's 3 times, 5 times, and 1 times, and the scaling is 2.5 times for every character, Esper or Dragon, and 2 times for the experience for that much. The max scaling is 50, and all spells cost their original cost. Our runners will be sad that there's no Ultima, but Espers have 2 to 5 spells and an 82% chance to have a bonus. They start with 3,000 gold, 3 warp stones, and 3 Phoenix Downs. While all the shops are 100%, randomized, and all items cost 200 GP and sell for 1/4 of the sell price. Chests are shuffled and are 20% random. Our runners would be sad that there'll be no Super Balls or rods. Our lock is 6 characters, 9 espers, while to get the skip, they have to defeat 12 bosses. Our cursed shield is 3 to 14 battles, which I personally probably want to get it since it's no Ultima, if I get it late. Equipable items is shuffled plus 33% random. The Coliseum's 100% random, and all the items are visible. The item rewards are standard. If the runners win a match in the Coliseum, all their stats get boosted by plus 10. And they automatically start off with plus 5 vigor and plus 5 magic power. Doma Dream is not our usual from the Ultra Sleek learn all the sword attacks, they just learn 3 sword attacks. And they'll have to set those o'clock if they want to get all 8 tools and a high tier item. Gar, is that 3 random sword attacks that they'll learn?
No. Basically, what happens is that they will learn just the next 3 sword techs, whatever they happen to be. So if you go in there and your maximum sword tech is 3 that you've learned so far, you will come out of there up to sword tech 6. So I think that if Cyan is on the table here, they're gonna want to wait and if Cyan's on the table and Sword Tech is on the table, they're gonna want to wait until at least Sword Tech 4 just to go ahead and get a quick Sword Tech 7. But Sword Tech 5 with those bonus objectives allows you to get up to Sword Tech 8, which is very, very, very handy for a number of different scenarios. So it looks like we are off.
which we have a Lock and Shadow to accompany Edgar, who have Sketch and Steel.
Yeah, so and then like you said, Sigil, starting with that basic tools, it's not the worst starting ability. There's a lot of utility that can be had from tools.
Yeah.
But it's not really like the rip roar and start that you want. Sketch is somewhat handy, but it really falls off up until the very end, where you can do some really funny stuff with it. And yeah, so both runners in World of Balance Narsh, they are going to be they're going to go ahead and be looking at the chests in here. Pretty standard start, just looking for stuff to sell.
Nice. That Gauntlet Atlas would be nice if they find an Illumina.
Yeah, that's basically the setup to a nice end-game build there. So we're going to be looking for those main ingredients, right? The Atlas Armlet, the Gauntlet, those are great garnishes, but we're going to be looking for those Illuminas. That's your meat, and also possibly your potatoes. And Papa Shango showing a little bit of tech there, talking to the old man who will tell you exactly how many battles it takes to decurse that shield. Looks like it is going to be 11 for today. And hey, an Atma weapon in the shop. It is 2,000 gold, just like everything else in the seed. This is a barter seed, so everything is going to sell for 500 gold, and you will buy things at 2,000 gold, and no matter what those things are.
And the best part is we have 2 people who equip the Atma weapon. At least.
Yeah. So, unfortunately, the Atma weapon does not get any mileage out of Atlas Armlet or Gauntlet. It just doesn't factor those into the damage. Well, it does for Atlas Armlet, excuse me, but not for Gauntlet. Misspoke there. But yes, that is going to be an in-game build for both Edgar and Locke. And if they recruit some more characters that can use it, even more power to them. Papa Shango looks like finding a flame shield in Figaro Castle. My goodness.
And he's taking advantage of having Edgar in front by having half off.
Yeah, gotta get your discount double check in there.
Yes. And he found some elixirs.
Yeah, that's it does take a little bit used to with barter seeds, because I know personally you're tempted to buy just regular potions, but since regular potions and elixirs are the same price, there's no reason to ever buy potions. Just buy the elixirs, especially if you can get them for half off. 1,000 gold elixirs are very, very nice.
Yes. It's even better if they find mega elixirs for 2,000.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens. So Drinks Glue going to be looting out South Figaro here. And Papa Shango, meanwhile, going to go pick up a Torado Esper.
Yes.
Hey, there's those mega elixirs you were talking about.
Yeah. I'll be marking them down if I was Papa.
Oh, definitely. Yes. But, and Drinks Glue finding an Atma weapon down there, so saves himself a couple thousand bucks.
And a Rage Ring if he ever finds a Yeti.
You could also just equip the Rage Ring naturally if you so desire. Well, if you can.
If you can. It's nice little elemental resistance for like fire.
Absorbs fire and nullifies lightning. So nice little relic. But in the vanilla game, only Umaro can equip that. Yes. So there is a 33% chance that any character that we get can equip it. We'll see if that winds up mattering. Nothing terribly exciting in the basement that I saw, other than that Atma weapon.
Yeah.
But again, all loot is good loot. It doesn't really matter what you get, only that you get. So all the good stuff is going to be in shops. And I wholly expect both of our runners here to take advantage, at least a little bit, of whatever the shops have for our runners. And there's still some things you want to buy too, like that dried meat.
Yes, that pains me inside.
Yeah, I mean, it's not ideal to spend $1,000 on a piece of beef jerky, but if Gal comes up, you want to be able to take advantage of his checks. So, yeah, I think you got to do it.
At least it's not 2,000.
Yeah, at least it's not 2,000. You're right about that.
Oh, it's some behemoth suits.
Behemoth suits and circlets there in that shop. So, very, very nice equipment. Looks like Papa Shango selling a fair amount of stuff. Going to go buy 3 circlets. There you go. Yeah. Easy money.
And chat point out there's a chainsaw in Returner's hideout.
Yeah, you guys got to get good somehow, right?
Yeah.
Glue making everybody naked and is going to sell all of that loot. Pretty smart play. Again, everything costs $500, so it doesn't matter if it's an iron armor or a Minerva.
And we have Papa going to World of Ruin Albrook.
I like this play from Papa Shango. It's something that Drinks Glue isn't likely to do. It's a little bit out of the way, but it does have a smattering of chests, and it's always possible to spike something great. Finding an EXP egg, for example, would propel Papa Shango to heights hitherto unknown. And, hey, Thunder Shields, there you go. So we have a flame shields and Thunder Shields available. Very, very juicy.
And that lady did not want to move for Papa.
She was guarding that magicite with her life.
No.
Yeah, so Papa Shango finding those Thunder Shields, gonna be able to get a full suite of Merton protection, and yet to be determined if that's going to be relevant, but I think it's still fantastic to have.
And also, the shields could be used for early offense.
Yeah, definitely. And the one snag to this whole plan is that your gold is just a ×1 multiplier, so you're not going to get the silly amounts of gold that if you were, say, playing an Ultras League seed that you were probably used to. But again, the more stuff you get, the more stuff you can sell, and the more stuff you sell, the more stuff you can afford. That's the beauty of a barter seed. So, and Pure 3 on that Golem Esper, but that Torado, not super good. Slow and slow too. Spells that do not get cast very often. Papa Shango continuing the loot, going to World of Ruin Thamasa. The chests here on the outside, they are the exact same in the World of Balance and the World of Ruin, so no difference going there either way.
I think the only place that's different is South Figaro.
That's correct. South Figaro, the only one that has different chests, at least on the outside, between World of Balance and World of Ruin. The basement's still going to be the same. More Thunder Shields available here at Thamasa. Looks like he is attempting to get, looks like just the one for now. Nope.
Not
Gonna
the
make it
2.
2.
I think that's why he has 4 elemental shields now.
Finds warp stones as well. Warp stones, another thing that hurts because it costs so much.
But at least our runners start with 3.
That's true. Drinks glue heading over to Nikea. I didn't see if this was World of Balance or World of Ruin, but gets rewarded with Ragnaroks. Wow, what a find. And Flame Shields for sale. Genji Armor as well if you want to do that, but those Ragnaroks, the real MVP there.
Yes. Goodbye Chainsaw.
Yeah, might as well.
Yep.
But now that Gauntlet coming online, that Atlas Armlet coming online, or, well, they've got a Hero Ring, a little bit better.
Yeah. Two Hero Rings.
Yeah, 2 Hero Rings, gonna pick up another Flame Shield, gonna pick up a Genji Armor. And then, yeah, we'll see what happens as far as this Ragnarok goes. Papa Shango getting the choice between an Esper and a Flame Shield. Not much of a choice. You take the Flame Shield every single time.
Yep.
Papa Shango already seeing that it was 11, so gonna go ahead and pick it up. I'm assuming that he's gonna decurse it with that ribbon in his inventory.
Yeah. Would you do that in this type of seed?
No, absolutely not. For one thing, I have already seen elemental shields for sale. The bigger thing is that the Paladin shield does not teach you Ultima, which is one of the big draws to it. It is the best shield in the game. Don't get me wrong. I wouldn't say it's a bad idea to decurse it. What I would say is that you've already got elemental shields on the table. There isn't exactly a need for it. And so you've got to go through 11 fights with a weak party member. And you'll have to spend a lot of time, or potentially spend a lot of time, reviving him over and over again. That's not really where you want to be. All right, so first quote-unquote real check here from Papa Shango. 3 and 3. So scaling is a little high. Dark Forces, a little spooky. Is he just going to crack the Thunder Shield? Yes, he is. This may not do it. So yeah, a very lucrative encounter if you can get through it, but you got to get through it.
Yeah.
Glue, meanwhile, stopping outside of the Coliseum.
Yeah. He wants his stats right away.
Yep. Plus 10 stats is very, very nice. So fighting a Necromancer here, a little spooky. And Papa Shango gonna have to take the reset, unfortunately. Oh, there goes the Doom.
Yeah.
Yeah, Necromancers are fine in the wild because you can just give them a revivify and they'll fall over, but a super rat a lot easier.
Yes.
Nice big stat boost there. That plus 10 speed especially going to be very, very beneficial.
And Papa's having a much friendlier fight now.
Yeah, This is a little easier. Unfortunately, he doesn't have any AoE, and
Yeah.
these are pretty early game enemies, so just gonna have to hold A and fight these. Glue gonna get his Esper. We'll see if he gets his Paladin shield. I kind of doubt it, but who knows?
Yeah. I doubt it also with the offense he has going right now.
He may get it just to sell it, but no, it looks like he's just gonna. $13,000 in a pot. That's a really nice find.
Yes.
I wish every time I looked at a pot, I found $13,000.
I know. I feel like half the time I look in a pot, it just comes up empty.
Yeah. So just presenter here in the Monster in a Box.
He gets to live today.
Yeah. If you can, it might be worth it to like Doom or X Zone.
Yeah.
But
or break.
Like in this flag set, again, the claws are only worth 500 gold instead of like the 15,000 that they normally are. So.
And we have Glue going to the Velt Cave. You think it's going to be a character here?
I'm gonna say that this is actually dead.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be an imp that's fallen over on the ground and can't get up. What do you think?
I think it's going to be dead in an item.
All right, you think it's dead? What's the sprite going to be? Is it going to be Ghost, Imp?
Merchant.
Merchant? Okay.
Just because the merchant's feeling poor from this.
These are the worst encounters in this cave. You can't... Naughties you can't run away from. And they offer no reward. And then magic urns don't give you any experience.
At least it was only Shadow that got cold dusted.
That's true. And it does. I guess that fight does give AP, so
yeah,
it's not the worst thing, but you really want experience there. So yes. I'm thinking Glue wants this to be. I was going to say Gigantos. Ooh. That's really good. It's either that or the Night Stalkers. Gonna try a break here, see if it turns him into stone, and indeed it does.
Shadow finally did something to Seed for him.
It's only 18 minutes in.
Yeah.
You got to be gentle. Papa Shango, meanwhile, finding a very lucrative encounter in the Apocryphos Misfit. The Misfits can be revivified. You will have to take out the Apocryphos the old-fashioned way, but I don't think that's going to be too much of a problem here. Oh, okay. It's an Esper, so progression for Jinx Glue. Who is he fighting, though?
Where do you think the first character is going to be?
I think I'm going to go with the odds here. I think it's going to be Floating Continent.
I'm going to go with Ancient Castle.
Oh, man. You are wishing ill upon our runners.
No. I just feel Ancient Castle doesn't get checked enough.
I do like Ancient Castle.
Yes.
In the vanilla game, it's one of my favorite places. Probably my favorite place, actually. But it is like in the context of the randomizer, it's very long.
Yes. I just like looking at the place.
Yeah. And then how about this encounter? Is this even?
Nice vanilla encounter.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
swinging the Ragnaroks shouldn't have any issues here.
I think as long as Flare doesn't proc.
Flare could proc now. If Flare
Yeah.
procs, it probably puts him away. Papa Shango showing off the imp tech here. An imp showing off the imp tech there. A lot of enemies, when they are imped, they will always deal critical physical damage.
Hey, Doctor. Yeah, Ragnaroks were on sale in Nokia.
Do you remember which Nike it was? Was it World of Balance or World of Ruin?
I believe it was World of Ruin.
Glue petting the dog.
Uh,
Validating the seed. You love
Yeah.
to see it. Glue now taking a look at World of Ruin Thamasa. Gonna see the same things that Papa Shango did, and Papa Shango gonna take a look in South Figaro Cave. Dodger DT asking some silly questions in the chat. Who checks
Yeah.
Nikea? The same people who check Miranda.
Yeah.
Good sir.
Oh, we
Ooh.
a goddess.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
a good Minerva. But you know, with this party set up, I don't know. I'd be tempted to just bail.
Yeah.
But you can crack flame shields too. I suppose it's fine.
Yeah.
Glue pretty soon gonna meet the same fate. And Cheech in chat pointing out that Merton on that Crusader that Glue got from the cave. So very, very nice. That is an endgame offense plan for basically everybody.
Yes. And Glue, as soon as Papa's done with Goddess, Glue makes his way to face her.
And by the way, big shout outs to Cheech in the background pushing the buttons, serving as our tracker for tonight. And shout outs also to the Schwantz27. Big friend of the community and an awesome person all around.
That locks a happy camper with that Minerva on.
Yeah. So not only did Papa Shango steal one, it was also the reward. So getting two Minervas there, I would say it's pretty nice. But you've already got your
elemental shield.
You've already got your elemental protection. You could just go buy more shields. Man, Glue should be pretty close to done here. Gonna pop. Nope. There we go. Yeah, now gonna pop a flame shield. Unfortunately, Shadow taking a nap.
Yeah, he took a nice plasma beam to the face.
So not gonna get all this juicy experience from the goddess, but Glue's probably just happy to get through the fight.
Yeah.
He gets his Minerva, and Papa Shango taking a look at a pretty early dragon here going into the Opera House. I'm probably hoping for a big stick here. Little did he know that if he just went to Nikea in the world of Ruin. Papa Shango popping the Thunder Shields there, making quick work of that Dirt Dragon. Just a gem box for his efforts. It's a little unfortunate, I think.
And Drinks is making a floating continent play.
Yeah, you might as well.
Yes, I like to play. You have a chance at 2 characters. And the second check, it's either Esper or item.
That's correct. And
you also get a couple of grind fights if they're good. And face 4 bosses.
And the thing too is that the only alternative to doing this is either to do Edgar's checks or to do Kefka Narsh, which would be funny if that were where our character was and that was the only character in this seed, or at least the only gating character.
Yes, and we have Papa right on Drinks' heels with the floating continent.
Yep. This makes sense for both of them.
Yeah.
Drinks Glue, probably a little bit better setup here just because of that Merton, but...
As they're going through their grind fights, you mentioned before they were mentor and mentee.
That's right.
Can you tell us how someone could become a mentee?
Yeah, so Drinks Glue is the CEO, CFO, MMO of the Moogle Cup, which is an event designed to teach new players how to play the game. Basically, every new Moogle is paired with an experienced mentor, and the mentor will go through with the Moogle and teach them, how to play the game to whatever level they desire. It's a really, really fantastic program, and if you, the viewer, want to be a part of that, well, come on in and check us out, ff6worldscollide.com. We have a link to our Discord, and in the Discord, you'll find information about the Moogle Cup. We're trying to get a new one started as we speak. And then there's all kinds of helpful information there, too. So please come on in. We'd love to have you. It's a fantastic community. I'm very thrilled and grateful to be a part of it.
And Drinks made quick work of Tri-Talk. I think
Papa
he
Shango.
took it. Yes.
Yeah, sorry, I was going to say Papa Shango probably not going to have any other difficulty either.
No.
And then just Fish. Oh, wow.
Oh.
So yeah, very gentle first set of bosses here. You know what that means, though.
There's going to be some nasty ones at KT.
FC3 is going to be Doom Gaze. And our runners are going to have bad levels. That is always what it means. I hope that's not the case, though. I'm trying to be nice today.
Yes. I'm hoping Doom Gates is at Kefka Nosh. And they don't have to go there.
Unfortunately, it looks like we got the long fish today, but one swing of Locke's mighty sword, down goes Rizzipas. Hey, and there's Celeste.
Yeah.
A phenomenal find. Slot is some much needed AoE, which is a little weird to say, but yeah, can also hold a Ragnarok. So Blue, very happy to see that for sure. So here's a question for you, Sigil.
Yeah.
We know where we know where ammo weapons are. Do you at all look for Katana Soul in any of these Monster in a Boxes?
That's a tough one. I probably would. Because just in case you find like a Magimaster.
Yeah. The thing is, I think for glue, because in general, I think I would agree. For glue, I think that's a little bit of a harder sell because glue knows where Ragnaroks are. And
Yes.
Ragnaroks can, I mean, they're one of the best weapons in the game. They'll carry you through an entire seed. So you saw
Right.
him. There is one here on
But
Floating Continent.
but in Papa's case, I would definitely check it.
Yeah, and I think I agree with that. So we'll see what happens. Okay, just a Rexol here. Normally a little bit of a pain, but with a whole mess of Ragnaroks, I don't think this is going to be much of a challenge. Yep, Baba Shango taking a look, but just some Night Stalkers. Glue picks up the Tritalk Esper from Rexol. So now, on his way out, gonna find another couple of fixed encounters here, followed by a boss. Dr. DT saying that he wants to see a Crusader cast this stream, and honestly, I kind of do too.
I do also.
Crusader probably wipes out your party or comes darn close, but it's fun. And isn't that what we play this game for?
To have fun and appease the fans.
That's right. Okay, so first encounter, just a couple of bugs. A second encounter, level magics. Yeah, not ideal.
Maybe the boss would be more ideal.
Maybe. Some flavor. Ultra's 4. Okay, so a very, very easy floating continent, but unfortunately, Ultra's 4 is. You know what? Hot take here. I think that Ultra's 4 is worse than Magimaster or Doomgaze.
I agree with you, just because of the no experience.
Oh, it's just no. It is straight up a waste of time.
Yes.
So we'll see what's at the end here.
We have a nice Moogle.
Very fitting.
Yes.
A little bit of Jeep Rain for Jinx Glue. That's a little worse in this flag set, given that you don't get a whole lot of money, and the money that you do get, you want to buy better stuff with.
Yes.
Glue spending all of his money on hero rings. I like it. You might as well. They're just a strictly better earring.
I wonder if he goes for the Ragnarok next.
I find it hard to believe that he wouldn't. He's got just about enough money. Like he's gonna have to sell something, but he'll have enough money to pick another one up. And yeah, I mean that's gonna turn. Who didn't see that coming? The question is, can the Yeti wear either a Ragnarok or an Atlas armlet? Excuse me, not Atlas armlet. Apple weapon. I keep saying that. Atma Yeti is a real thing.
Yes.
But Glue, I am not afraid to admit, is a better man than I for putting the Yeti in the active party. I would not have done it. I don't have the mental fortitude.
I might have just to replace Shadow.
Was Shadow not able to use a rag or anything like that?
He only can use Excalibur.
Okay, yeah. Then I suppose that makes sense.
Yes.
But I still think I would put in the Moogle before the Yeti. And then, like, if Ma can't use either of the good weapons, you can teach him Merton.
But you also could teach Shadow Merton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do nothing. Easy.
Yeah. But I bet our runners are glad they don't have a throw character.
Yeah, this is like Barter Flag sets are one of the few where throw. I don't know if I say he's actively bad, but not ideal. So Umaru can equip Ragnarok.
Yes.
That's a little bit of a bummer because Umaru doesn't get the auto crit, but it is also kind of funny. So
Yes. No, he quit. Yeah. He still doesn't get it if he has the flame shield on.
correct.
That's good to know.
Yeah, Umaru will never MP crit. He can regular crit,
Yes.
but you know, that is not Umaru specific.
No. Just like Chat said, he's still just going to do the Yeti smash.
Yep. So it looks like our game plan is to teach Celeste Merton, and then just have her cast Merton. Everybody else swing with the big sticks.
Yes.
So not a bad game plan. So Glue in Magitech facility has all of his characters, 5 Espers. Are you doing the whole thing, or are you bailing out after Magitech 2?
That's a tough one. I think it would depend on for me, if one of the first 2 checks are dead.
Yeah. I think that even if both of them are live, that I still do it. And the reason why is because, one, you can always use more levels, and you've got 3 fixed encounters and 2 bosses that lead to fixed progression.
Let's say this isn't a character at the end of it. Where would you go next?
If it's not a character,
Yes.
so that would leave Glue at 8 and 6, which means that I mean, like any of Mog's checks are great.
Real Chatty has pointed out that Glue does have 6 characters.
Yeah, so Chatty is saying Bale, and I don't necessarily think that Bale is wrong, but now I think you're kind of forced to do it.
But also, that'd be 2 extra bosses for Skip.
That's true. Looking at the tracker for Glue now, Glue has killed 8 bosses. And Papa Shango has killed 5. And Glue always finding the Yeti, or finding Welk when the Yeti's in the party. You'll love to see it.
Yes. And Jeffrey says do Magic Tech 3 and then do Nosh World of Ruin.
Yep. I do also like that play.
Yes.
Welcome on in, Hefe. Hope you're doing well. I did not see. Did Glue get progression there from MTech 2?
I missed it also.
Looks like our tracker didn't update, so maybe he was also dead. If so, that's rough. Hey, that definitely. Yep, Dr. DT in the chat pointing out that MTech is double dead. That's so very unfortunate. Normally you can expect at least one Esper out of those first 2 checks, but sometimes that's the way the cookie crumbles. So hope everybody enjoys the Mode 7 minecart ride. Here's a big bird. Hope you all like big birds.
And Papa's finally doing his Calcium fight.
Yeah, so Papa's gonna get his
plus 10 magic, speed, stamina, and vigor.
Yeah, but did you see that Edgar with the champion play casting X Zone to swallow up? Yeah. Love it.
It's like, I wish my people would be that smart. I just have them casting like scan on people.
Yeah. Mine likes to cast sleep.
Yeah.
So unfortunately for Glue, these fights here not very lucrative. So hopefully the bosses are a little bit better. Chadius with the spiraler, the old Pero special.
And the vanilla plates will. My Saban did do that once.
Oh, I love it.
Yes.
Looks like that was Ultros 2.
Yes.
Always better than Ultros 4. That one at least gives you some experience. But no real super rude bosses other than that goddess that we saw earlier. So that does scare me a little bit for our runners. We don't know where they're hiding.
And this puts Glue at 6-6 after he beats the leader.
Yeah, and again, this is just not a scary encounter.
No.
That just means that we're gonna find like a poltergeist or something on like Kefka and Arch or something like that. Does get the Bahamut Esper at the end. And it looks like we're going to the top of World of Ruin Narsh here. So gonna take on a dragon, gonna get Tritalk.
And visit Yeti's home.
Yeah. Yeah, nobody went up here in the World of Balance, so we don't know what's in the cave. So we are gonna have to go down and take a look.
I'm hoping an Esper.
I would love an Esper, but
yes.
I also kind of want, like, I actually kind of hope that it's a Setzer. Like, if it's a character, I want it to be a Setzer.
Any particular reason why?
Because Setzer has 2 very, very quick checks that one of them can only reward an Esper or an item, and the other one is just in a cafe somewhere. So Glue passing up the dragon for now. Gonna see what's up here at Tritalk.
He might feel his levels are high enough.
Oh, you can always use more levels.
Yes.
Oh dear.
Oh. Now we know where Magic Master is.
We sure do. We do have Reflect, so we get to see the cool Reflect strats here.
Yeah.
And yeah, all of the non-elemental stuff coming out right now. It is possible. Oh, well, no. I was gonna say it's possible that we see a Crusader cast here, but
No. One can hope.
nah, it's just gonna be slots
Yeah.
over and over again, slots.
And Yeti throwing party members.
Yep. Celeste doing a big chunk of damage there. And then Glue getting lucky, being able to hit through that big physical evade. And then H-Bomb coming out. Very nice that the game allowed that to happen. So, ooh, big damage too.
Yeah.
Good night.
How does H-Bomb work?
So there is a 50% chance that for any given battle, H-Bomb can either roll or it will fail to roll. So here, we get a little lucky. H-Bomb was able to come out. The game was like, yes, let's make this happen. So wham bam, thank you ma'am, easy money. And Glue just drops down the cliff, not going to bother with the dragon. Says, hey, I'm powerful enough already.
Yeah.
Let's just keep on going.
And the tri-track spot just had the Aegis sealed.
Yeah, definitely a little unfortunate, but Magicite here in the cave.
So would you, after this, go to World of Balance, Nosh?
I think that's my best play.
Okay.
We'll see what the boss here is. It was... we did find Magimaster, so one of the ruder ones, and another vanilla boss.
Yes. Some Yeti on Yeti action.
Yeah, get your dabbing Yetis out in the chat if you got them. And make it double for the Yeti on the Yeti action. Crack pow. No problem. And Papa Shango, meanwhile, picking up his force shield. Gonna be disappointed, I think, that this does not reward anything super great here. Kieran there has the quick spell, so that could be very handy for Jinx Glue. So Glue opting to go underground instead of to World of Balance Marsh. And I think part of the reason why is because he wants to check the monsters in a box down here. You do get a shot at 2 of them, and an offering would be a very significant boost to his damage. So we do see a merchant sprite, so possible that this is an Esper.
Yes, I am, Doctor. I hope.
Yeah, I think that, like, if you're doing this with something else on the table, you might as well go all the way.
Yeah.
So I think that he's going to go ahead and take care of Ancient Castle here. Oh, and Chatty is pointing out that he skipped the Umaro monster in the box. So yeah, maybe not. Maybe he just goes. I don't know. I'm a weapon in hand. I'm a lot more inclined to take a look at to take a look for offerings rather. Spike get an ice shield out of that chest. Not too bad. I mean, we already have elemental protection, but you're never sad to see elemental shields.
I'm sure it'll be broken later.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That might be a play that Glue takes advantage of as well, where you just go to any shop that's got elemental shields for sale, and before you go into Kefka's tower, spend all your money.
Yeah.
Ooh, big proc from the Yeti on the little guy. And that one in particular, the rudest one, that one does Kung Fu Claw and has innate reflect. So, and then Celeste's going to microwave the rest of them. big damage.
Yes. But I
And,
could, but I could just see Glue just buying Mega Elixirs and just spamming Murden with Celeste.
yeah, I mean, that is also a possibility. The thing is that like Flame Shields and Merton do about the same damage. I don't know. I don't know. That might be a lie.
Never mind. The basement was the economizer.
All right. Well, another dead check is
Yes.
unfortunate. Economizer. Yeah.
I would like it better in a non-barter seed.
I think I agree with that assessment. Glue not going down there. Okay.
Yeah.
That is surprising to me a little bit. Especially because Figaro Castle basement was dead. I figured you go down there just to test your luck, but now we risk needing to acquire a 7th character.
Yeah. Or you might just be banking on Nosh to have it between the two Mog checks and the Kefka Nosh.
Yeah, I think that there is going to be a character up here. Unless there is, like, if this is all dead checks and Ancient Castle is a character, then that is disastrous.
But also, Phoenix Cave could be a character.
That's also true. I forget that Phoenix Cave is a check.
Yeah.
All right, so Papa Shango getting through M-Tech. We'll see where he goes next.
And Glue bought an Atmo weapon.
Okay, it looks like he is actually going to go and take a look at World of Balance Narsh. So Glue and Papa going to be doing a little bit of high-fiving here.
I like this play from Papa's end because he could peek Nosh, the Yeti check, while he's here then.
Yeah, so he's not going to see a character, so he knows that it's either going to be an item or an Esper. And we know that the seed is being a little bit stingy with the Espers, so yeah, going to be valuable information for him to have.
If a character is up here, I hope it's Setzer.
I hope it's Go-Go.
Just so they have to do the bridge.
Now, it's possible that both Lone Wolf and Moogle Defense are Espers. But how funny would it be? Yeah, that was a little bit of a commentator curse there.
Yes.
I'm not sorry about it. Oh, and it's dead. He's gonna have to go there. Oh yeah. I can't believe I did that. All right, so yeah, gonna pick up Go-Go here. There's 0% chance that he makes it to the active party. So it's actually a little awkward. Well, actually no, because what you do, I think, if you're Glue, is after this you just go ahead and do Moogle Defense, and then after Moogle Defense you get the option to reform your party.
Yes.
And then you just drop down the 1 and go ahead and do Go-Go's check. So I think it's fine.
At this point, I do not want to see Astrago.
Oh, I mean, you might as well just go ahead and make me just extremely upset. Just throw him out there.
Can he just be a Moogle defense so we could just see him?
Well, Glue would have to save because I think that if he sees Strago, he just does a soft reset.
Or Strago's at Gogo's check.
Oh, that would be. So finding Narappa the Rapper. Narappa is not difficult. Gao here. Well, that's a little more interesting.
Yeah.
I think you still wind up doing Gogo's check, but you can drop down. You can drop down to 3, do Velt, and then head over to.
But has Glue seen the dry meat?
Ooh, I want to say yes, but I'm because I want to say that dried meat was in Returner's Hideout, but I don't.
No, it was World of Ruin Figaro, the dry meat.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right, because it cost $1,000.
Yes.
All right, so taking a look at the fixed encounters here, just they were rats. And Papa Shango not taking the Go-Go there.
That poor Go-Go.
Gosh, I don't know. I don't know about that. And just a choo-choo train here for Glue. Yeah, that's sketchy because you're basically saying, all right, Gao has got to have my stuff. Except Papa Shango is not going to see the Gao yet. The evil toot comes out.
Especially since you were already up there. You're not really losing that much time if you just take the fight.
Yeah. Evil toot comes out, doesn't muddle the entire party, so pretty gentle.
Yeah.
And Papa Shango gonna go up Roll of Ruin Cliffs, gonna get will get an Esper out of this, but no character progression, so yeah, Draconis in chat saying, too bad no Blitz user for that fight. It has been a long time since I have seen somebody suplex a train.
Yeah. And Glue does have dry meat.
And Glue going down to 3, so...
I saw it in his inventory.
Call Glue Arby's. He's got the meats. And we do see this dragon that Glue opted to skip. Just the Skull Boy. Correct, pal. So if this winds up just by chance dropping an offering, that would be a very significant thing for Papa Shango to get. That, unfortunately...
It's a terror.
Ooh, wow. Well, she's got a lot of checks.
And one's at least peekable.
Yeah, so let's see. What do you do with that information? I think you probably take a look at Imperial, or excuse me, Esper Cave.
Yeah.
You like if you just run through it and don't loot anything.
It'll be really quick. Yeah. And then after that, I'll go back to Nosh real quick.
I think that is the play. Yeah. But Zozo Towers also not a terribly long check. And as long as you've got the warp stones, you can get out of it easily. If you don't have warp stones, it is probably the longest run back in the game.
Yeah.
But are saying he does Leet River. Well,
does Glue still have 2 warp stones left?
I think so. He's got at least 1.
Yes. Because if he only had 1, it'd be a choice between Go-Go's and Mount Zozo then.
Yeah, that's true. And I don't, like, in that situation, I'm not even sure what I would do. Papa Shango, unfortunately, not getting quite as good luck. Well, never mind. There it goes.
Yeah.
Papa Shango getting perfectly acceptable luck on the Magimaster there. And Glue getting the Ifrit Esper. So, just 1 more. We'll see where he opts to go. I think that his play is going to be Narsh, but it's also possible. Oh, well, you know, I was going to say Opera, but, or excuse me, not Opera, but Auction House. But Auction House is more or less off the table for Barter Seeds.
And he's going back to Nosh.
Yeah, so gonna check Welk. Gonna hope that it's not a character peeking out there, but is saving out there. So we'll probably reset if it winds up being a character.
Would you take any characters at this point?
The only one that I would consider is Setzer. Otherwise, like if it's a character that's not named Setzer, I just reset, I think.
Okay.
But not a character sprite, so... Papa Shango finding his Yeti, but a little bit less exciting since he doesn't have his own Yeti in the party, so... but look at those Atma weapon swings. They are starting to do the damage.
Yeah. And Blizzard says he would also stick around for Cyan.
Cyan's also a fine option. Yeah, you go ahead and do like Doma Siege.
And so is Sabin.
Sabin for Collapsing House.
Yes.
The problem with Sabin is that he's a meathead.
Yeah.
Excuse me, he's a musclehead, and I hate him. But none of those realities come to pass. Drinks Glue picks up the Raiden Esper. That is his 9th. That is his go mode. And I wholly expect him to just make a beeline for the tower here.
Yes.
So I can't see his boss count.
It's way over.
But it should be, it should be way over what he actually needs.
Like 16 or 18.
There it is. Yeah, it's 16.
Yeah.
And Papa Shango, meanwhile, is at 11. So once he gets to where he's going, which looks like Edgar and his Figaro Castle basement check. Yep, he's going to be at 12. I do expect him to take a full look at the ancient castle as well.
I think Papa has to at this point for passing up on the checking Moogle defense and passing up Gogo.
Yeah, he's hoping to get lucky here, and unfortunately, he's going to find himself in a very awkward spot because we know that Figaro Castle is just a dead check.
Yes. Can we have the old man at Ancient Castle?
Yes, we can have the old man at Ancient Castle, just as a little treat.
Yes.
So Ultros 3 for Jinx Glue. The only one that we have not seen is Ultros 1.
But maybe he'll be in KT also. God, one of these days, I want to see KT just have all 4 Ultros.
I think that would be hilarious. I think that would also never happen,
Yeah.
but I think it would be hilarious. So, Ultros 3 at the Doom spot, no challenge whatsoever.
And Papa made quick work of Hedon.
Is it hit on? Because
Hide.
I've always said hide on, but
I'm not too sure.
I think in Japanese it's closer to hidden,
Yeah.
which makes sense because he's supposed to be hidden.
God,
So,
do you know? We have a question, Chad. How many bosses are in the game?
619,408.
Yes. And Three Clues now finding a boss that always gives me nightmares at KT. Air
Celeste,
Force.
just opting to cast Merton here.
Yes.
Here comes the spec. The spec does not absorb Merton. Chatty is saying that he pronounces it hide on. It's kind of like Cyan, right? Because I think his name is actually supposed to be pronounced Cayenne, like the pepper.
Yeah. But I always just call him Cyan.
Everybody calls him Cyan.
Yes. And we have Papa making the Ancient Castle play.
Yeah, so Sigil, you got to be happy about that.
Yes, I am.
No way! Glue finds an EXP egg in the beam chest. What in the world? What a troll! What an absolute troll! And then finds Doomcase, and he can't. No way! What? That was diabolical.
No, who rolled this?
I did. I'm proud of this one. Just incredible. You couldn't write this in a fiction story, you know. So, Glue gonna take a look at this other fight here. It is just a tunnel armor. So, I think if you're Glue, you just you take off the Moogle charm and you grind until you get a level on Celeste, and then you just try again.
Does he have a safety bit?
Ooh, maybe.
Because if he found that or a memento ring, that would stop it.
That's true. As long as he can equip the memento ring.
Yeah.
Papa Shango did find an Esper, by the way, down there in Ancient Castle, but only got an a flame shield for his troubles. I almost said EXP egg again. Yeah, Glue. Okay, does not have a safety bit. So is going to have to do this the hard way. Papa Shango finds the other set of PM Stalkers in a chest. And yeah, gonna give this egg to Celeste.
I'm just waiting for Umaru now to be level 40.
Oh no!
Oh.
Okay. Well, all right. So there's more than there's more sets of encounters up here. Maybe they're not all, you know, magic urns. Oh my gosh. This is unbelievable. But this does technically give experience, so...
Yes.
What have I done?
I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see if he opts to like maybe backtrack a little bit and see. Nope. Just gonna say I'm gonna pick up. I'm gonna just pick her up and we'll keep it on from there. Yeah, Celeste does survive that. I am unsure what she is wearing. It's either a Minerva or a flame shield that she was.
I believe it's a Minerva.
Okay, so she should be relatively safe as long as Doom doesn't come out. Which, I mean, this guy's name is Doomgaze.
Yes.
Like, let's be real. And there goes the Merton, and there goes the Doomgaze. All right, so very nicely done.
And also Shadow.
Shadow. Shadow did his duty, and he did it with honor.
Yes.
Okay, so that is going to be it for Drinks Glue. The only thing left for him is the tears, and then the big man himself, Final Kefka. So we'll make a note of what time Glue steps on the switches.
How long do you think? Go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say, go ahead and get your guesses in chat. How long is it going to take from the start of the fight to the end for Drinks Glue? I'm thinking a good solid 8 minutes flat.
I'm thinking 8:25.
8:25. All right.
And we go by the Price is Right rules here.
Papa Shango going to pick up his 8th Esper here. So has a lot of catching up to do, unfortunately.
Yes. So do you think Yeti's going to last to the end?
Oh, yeah. Glue will make sure of it.
Anyway, for Tier 1, it has 3 targetable parts. The head, short arm, and long arm. The long arm is susceptible to instant death attacks and break, like what Glue's doing right now. And short arm just hits really hard, while the head could change your guy's position. And also cast Dread when his HP gets low, and its death count is Quake. So hopefully he's able to kill that one first. Before it's short arm.
Yeah, so casting Merton there, you notice that the head took max damage, and it's because the head's weak to fire, and the arm is not, so that does help quite a bit.
And I believe the long arm is weak to wind?
Long arm, yeah, I think it's weak to wind, short arm weak to water.
What?
Papa Shango did not pet the dog, so he's going to have to go ahead and issue the forfeit in the race channel.
Yeah, it's sad to see.
Yeah. But sometimes when you got to go, you got to go. So, go ahead.
Drinks made quick work of Tier 1. You want to explain Tier 2, Gar?
Yeah, I will love to explain Tier 2. Tier 2 has 86 parts. The first one is the thigh bone. Oh, hang on, no, wait, sorry. Has 4 parts. Has that tiger head down there at the bottom. Tiger head likes to do all kinds of nasty AoE spells. Once his HP gets low enough, he can turn it into zombies. The big blue man, his name is Roger. Roger only likes to hit. Roger's very punchy. You have Tools there in the middle. She does all kinds of like Magitech abilities and can cast Delta Hit if you leave her alive, but she is vulnerable to instant death. And finally, the guy on the left sitting all alone, no friends at the lunch table. That is magic. Magic, funnily enough, is susceptible to mute. And if you mute him, he does not do anything until the very end when you kill him, where he can do anywhere from 0 to 1/4 casts and 0 to 2 dispel casts. So Glue not even bothering with the instant death, just gonna microwave the tears over and over again.
And on Papa's side, he's finally checking Moogle defense.
Yeah, so Papa gonna get his Gal, probably going to get his Terra afterwards, and just resets.
Yes. I'm surprised by that.
I mean, what other options does he have other than Phoenix Cave?
Yeah.
Is that where he's going?
What?
That is where he's going. He would rather do Phoenix Cave than Gal into something else. Huh. Getting that Mega Elixir out there, very nicely done. Yeti with big old flare procs, you love to see it. Ooh, that lock is a little squishy.
Yeah.
Gonna need to start blocking with that big stick of his, or just not get hit anymore. Alright, yeah, no problems.
We have Glue making its way up to tier 3, which Girl on the left will absorb all elements, and it only has 9,999 HP. It'll cast Whirlwind and Life, cast Whirlwind, and also cast Life 2 when Sleep dies. If Sleep dies before Girl.
Yeah, so you wanna...
Yes, so you want to kill Girl first, generally. While Sleep would usually start off with Whirlwind like it's doing right now, or Murden, then alternate between single target and multi-target attacks until it gets underneath about 12,000 HP, which will start casting and countering with Meteor and Train. Sleep has 42,000, and its death count is 1 to 2 calmness.
He's got 40,000 on the dot.
Okay.
Yeah, if you revivify him, Revivify restores 1/8 of the target's max HP, and he gets 5,000 out of it. Unfortunately, getting nothing but the whirlywinds here. Would really love to see Merton or nothing. There's like it's just a 1/3 chance between Merton, Whirlwind, and nothing on those turns. And Glue making great use of that quick spell there, taking down Rest. One calmness gets blocked by the Golem onto tier 4.
You want to do the honors?
I would love to do the honors. Final Kefka has 6 HP and dies to a stiff breeze. Once again, I lied.
Yeah.
He has 62,000 HP and has a bunch of abilities that I'm not necessarily going to explain. The only thing that I will say is that once you get him below about half HP, he can start countering with either Hyperdrive or Havoc Wing. And then once you get him below 10,000 HP, he can start countering with Ultima. The only time he doesn't counter is here at the start, right before he does his Fallen One attack. And while he is doing his Goner charge, where the head comes up and the screen starts wiggling around a little bit. Fallen One comes out for glue.
Oh.
Mega Elixir comes out for glue.
And glue using quick with Edgar.
One thing that can catch people off guard is that Final Kefka has an evade stat, so it's possible for Ragnarok and Atma weapon swings to miss, which is just the most unfortunate thing.
And Edgar took a hyperdrive to the face.
Yeah, you hate to see it.
Yeah.
Big proc from the Yeti. And then Silas gonna crack a shield here. Or isn't. There is the crack pal. 120, 41.
GG's glue.
Exactly an 8-minute fight.
You win this round.
Not only do I win, I get both showcases.
Yes.
Very nicely done. Let's get him in here for an interview. The man, the myth, the legend himself drinks glue. GG's to you, my friend.
GG's.
GG's, and thank you, guys.
So, tell me your thoughts when the meme chest was an EXP egg.
Well, funny thing. I said to myself, this is only really convenient if this happens to be Doomgaze next up, because I'm level 40. And lo and behold,
yep,
Doomgaze was right around the corner. And yeah, so blessed it I was.
Well, kind of. And then, you tried to gain a level, and then your choices were either Leaf or Darkwind or Magic Urn, and neither of them are very conducive to that. So,
well, luckily the experience egg would have meant I only had to kill 47 Leaf or Darkwinds instead of 98 or whatever. So yeah, I guess that's a blessing.
Yeah. But that was my fault. I rolled this seed. I accept full responsibility.
And it's also Goss. It's also Goss' fault that there was a go-go at Kefka and Nosh.
Yeah, you're gonna have to run that one back.
I was incredibly worried because I didn't have money for Auction House. It was either Hope Opera House and go back to Ancient Castle for 2 Espers, or it turns out you gotta go back up there and get Go-Go. So I took Go-Go just in case I was walled and couldn't get was gonna run out of checks before I could do Espers. And then, of course, Gao is right around the corner as well, and then he leads another character, so that was really fun.
Yeah. That was definitely a little unfortunate, but fortunately, Terra pulling through just 2 Espers back to back there for you. So not too bad. Looks like Papa Shango actually wound up going to Phoenix Cave to pick up his last Esper. So
I'd wipe that from the memory because.
So you put Umaro in the active party, and you claim that is his natural habitat. Can you explain to our viewers at home a little bit about the Save the Umaro Foundation?
Of course. The Save the Umaro Foundation is an education campaign all over the world. Final Fantasy VI players everywhere leave Umaro behind on the airship or even up in his habitat in the caves of Narsh. And honestly, that is not where Umaro belongs. Umaro belongs in your party, doing things for you, the player, smashing things in their face very well. So the Save Umaro Foundation aims to restore Umaro to his natural habitat. Final Fantasy VI players active party, and with your help, no donations required. If you just commit today that you will use Umaro, we together can save all of the Umaros that are out there.
If you do want to pay, you can send me just $1 a day. And I can't make any promises as to what I'll do with that, but yeah. So with Barter Seeds Glue, tell us about like your overall strategy. What are you trying to do? Say like we had a pretty tame start here. You had characters that were pretty decent. They had like a decent equip pool, but like no Magitech, no shock on the table. And really just kind of mediocre abilities. So what are you thinking?
It was a little weird because it went from like a 3-minute span to where, well, I'm gonna have to learn Ice 3, and Ice 3 is gonna have to carry until we find something else, to now I have Ragnarok's, all the flame shields I could ever want, Ragnarok Gauntlet. Plus, I knew where hero rings were. Plus, we had the Atma weapon we found in the chest. Plus, we knew where more Atma weapons were. So then it became, we just gotta get some levels. And then, of course, there was magic urns twice in different spots in the sea, which doesn't feel great. But
Yeah.
fortunately, there was a Gigantos right around the corner, and we had just happened to learn Break from the one fight we had already completed. And you go from level 7 to level 16, and then there was no looking back after that.
And that's kind of the other thing I wanted to touch on too, because they're like you and Papa both found the Atma weapons for sale very early on. But I noticed that you never took a look at any monsters in a box to try and get an offering. Do you think that looking in those boxes is more of a trap than anything?
It was because of the noise blaster. I bought the noise blaster. And I was like, okay, well now, I know where the Atmas are. The Atma weapons are fantastic, fine, but it does you no good at the beginning of the seed, right? You got to get
Right.
to level 30ish or so. So the Atma weapon plus the noise blaster meant there's a free katana soul to be had if you stumble across them. But then when you found the Ragnaroks, then it kind of a case of I've already done 2 monster boxes and I found one of the really good things in there. Do I want to go all the way down to Ancient Castle just to maybe find an offering? Because an offering definitely was not needed. You want it, but when you have infinite Ragnaroks plus a gauntlet, it's wanted, but it's not needed. So I had more than enough to get through the seed. And I just chalked it up to there's 9 monster boxes left. I have a 1 in 9 shot, then a 1 in 8 shot, then a 1 in 7 shot. With the 3 boxes I have access to, and then I think I found 2 more characters with 2 more, and then it doesn't add. It adds up to just time wasted more than it adds time saved.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. I know that personally, I'd be tempted to just like try and find it anyway, but the math definitely doesn't work out in my favor. So
in that scenario, there is a Valiant Knife in my inventory, then because that offering Valiant Knife helps you so much more now. But it kind of gets tucked away also with the Atma weapon, where you're spending time now to find something that will help you find later. You can roll the RNG if you want, and it will pay off for you sometimes. But more often than not, that decision, if you make that decision, it's going to just add time cumulative. So in some runs, yes, it will benefit you, but more often than not, it will just add to your total time.
yeah, no, makes sense to me.
Same here.
I really, going back to the barter shop thing, I really like barter shops, and plus with these being 100% randomized shop contents, it just means they're so loaded, and it just took, Narsh had the Atma weapons and a gauntlet. I think there's Behemoth suits and hero rings, which are cool, but doesn't move the needle much. And then finally, we found the Ragnaroks and the Flame Shields. There was also Thunder Shields, I think, in the Masa one too.
Yeah, you're correct.
Took a few shops to get there, but eventually you stumble across it.
There were a couple shops actually that had Thunder Shields. I want to say, like World of Ruin Albrook also had them, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, you're correct about that.
I am a little disappointed that you didn't visit Miranda, but only a little bit. Like finding Ragnaroks, it's kind of hard to justify going anywhere else. It's like, okay, here's the rest of my offense. I don't really need anything else. So
yeah, I would have rather had Illuminos, but there's a decent chance because there are so many shops left, and there's some quick shops left too, because you can visit World of Balashador, Collagen, Mobliz, and Thamasa in like a minute and 30 seconds if you don't go to the longer shops in there. If you just hit up the armor and weapon shops, and then it's a good chance, 100% random items that you stumble across, even if not the Illumina, which you'd rather have over the Ragnarok. Even if you stumble across fixed dice or the Valiant Knife or even rods. Well, actually, I don't think there's rods in the sheets or even in the sea. But even if you stumble across like Minerva or something real fast, that's really beneficial. But Ragnaroks were good enough.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
I think that's all I had for you. Sigil, what do you got for glue?
You hit all the points I wanted to.
I didn't mean to take
No,
your
it's
stuff. I'm sorry.
No, it's perfectly fine.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Sizzle.
No, so with that, thank you, Sigil. Thank you, Gar, for doing comms tonight.
Thank you.
Cheech, who is back there tracking for us. Thank you as well, my friend. Thank you for SpeedGaming for allowing us to partake in these shenanigans on your channel. And GG's to Papa Shango, who is finishing up his tier 2 right now, it looks like.
And I'd like to thank you, Glue, for putting on a great show.
Always
Yeah,
my pleasure.
same. Yeah, Papa Shango, let's see. He is tier 2. Looks like he only has magic left. I might be mistaken on that.
I think you're correct.
That's the only thing that he's currently murdering, so.
Yes. Yeah, he only has magic left because no one else is attacking.
Oh wow.
Wow.
No death counter whatsoever. You love to see it.
Yes. And Papa Shango is making his way up to tier 3 now.
Yeah, the Zappa weapon's doing a lot of work. Now that Papa Shango's levels are in the 40s, yeah, just even single swings of Zappa weapons wind up doing. Oh, you see,
Yes.
upwards of 7,000 damage. Almost max there from Edgar. Just filthy. Oh no, here comes the train. Choo choo. Yeah, gonna have to remedy / eye drop his party here. Unfortunately, fortunately and unfortunately, we did fix the evade bug for Worlds Collide.
Yes.
So the dark status actually does do something. Mega Elixir coming out for Papa Shango. Did get not quite the back-to-back Meteos, but close enough. And one big swing from Edgar, down he goes.
Yes. And now he's on his way to face the big man himself.
Sigil, did you see what time Papa Shango started his climb?
No. But I had to guess probably either 125 or 126.
That sounds right.
Yes.
But I can't verify, so I'm just going to trust you wholeheartedly.
Yes. And I always love the way Kefka comes down in this fight.
He's a god. You can't just expect him to walk in like a mere mortal.
Huh.
So, should be pretty easy here, as long as Kefka doesn't do anything outrageous. He can cast Train, and blinding the party again would be kind of a bummer, but otherwise. Another quick coming out, so gonna do another 20,000 damage here as long as the weapon connects.
And I think that should put an end to Kefka for Papa.
Yes, indeed. Correct, pal. 134.05. The final time for Papa Shango. All right, let's get him in here for an interview.
Welcome on in, Papa, and GG's.
Thank you. Thank you for the GG.
Yes.
Clue.
What was your strategy for the beginning of the seed?
Well, I was going to fly around till I found something I could buy that would help me and then do some grind fights to get money. But then I realized that the money multiplier was pretty low. So that didn't really work out much. But pretty much fly around till I could find some power to get going. And I found those thunder shields, and I thought those would be good enough to break and get me through some fights. But I apologize to Dark Forces. I underestimated and wasn't familiar with their game, and they humbled me pretty quickly with it.
Yeah, Dark Forces, one of the enemies you don't want to mess around with.
So I have a question. What made you skip Go-Go and Gao?
Well, at the time, I'm trying to think back. At the time, I didn't have 12 bosses yet, and I had a lot of checks in front of me. And I was thinking, oh, I can get some espers and boss checks at the same time, because I didn't want to deal with a late game Velt or Serpent Trench or Zone Eater that didn't have bosses. And I felt like I was like, oh, if I don't get my unlock, they'll probably have another character somewhere else or something will come up, and it didn't. Obviously, didn't pan out for me. Was there something good behind either of those characters?
We don't know what's behind Go-Go, but Gao had Terra in the Velt check.
Ah, all right. Yeah, I hadn't bought meat, and I didn't quite remember where it was, although I remember seeing it in a couple spots. So I didn't have any dried meat on me, and a late game Velt, I didn't want to go on the meat hunt and deal with the randomness of the late game Velt. That's kind of why I decided to skip that.
I believe you saw meat in World of Ruin, South Figaro.
Yeah, I saw it a couple spots.
Yes.
I just didn't write it down. I made note of it in my head, but that was like an hour ago, and then I completely forgot, fortunately.
That's why I started just take notes of that type of stuff.
I used to write things down. I got to get back into doing that.
Is it tough for you in a barter seed to justify spending? I mean, it's at least 1,000 gold, but usually it's 2K. But like, is it worth it, even if you don't have a Gao, to buy a dried meat?
Well, in this situation, it seems like it would have been, but no, money was tight with the sell rate being at quarter. If it was half off, I probably, hindsight should have bought it, but I felt like I couldn't justify it because my strategy was to find some sort of elemental shield in the shops to then just buy a bunch of and break. And so I didn't really want to use money on something that I might not need.
Yeah, and you definitely found the shields. I think it was you found them in Thamasa, and I want to say Albrook. Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, I just bought like 6 or 8 of those or something, and those kind of carried me through the early game.
Yeah, and I think for barter seeds, that's definitely one of the correct ways to go ahead and crack it open. Just buy a bunch of shields and don't be afraid to let them loose. That early goddess fight, for example, you cracked a couple of flame shields there, and it's like, yeah, that was perfect.
Yep, 2 flame shields and a fire rod, and then luckily everyone was wearing thunder shields, so that was at first I was like, oh crap, a statue, but then I'm like, oh, this is probably the best boss I could run into. Because it really jump-started my levels, too, because I had a real hard time getting going there. I was way behind until that point.
Yeah, that was my question for you, was like, as far as your early offense goes, you saw the Atma weapons in Narsh, but you didn't find any like Illuminas, Ragnaroks, anything like that. Did it occur to you at all to maybe like fly around to maybe some other more unused shops like Mobliz or Miranda or something like that and try and get something going?
I did think about it, but once I found the Thunder Shields, I thought that would be good enough to get me going until I could use those Atma weapons. Like I said, I underestimated really how quickly enemies scaled and how little damage my Thunder Shields would do without earrings until I found the hero rings in World of Balance Figaro. And so yeah, that's something I'll probably think about in the future, but this time my plan was to get the shields, and I thought the shields could carry me quickly enough to get to those weapons, and I didn't need one of those other swords. Just didn't work out for me.
Okay. Pop, I have a question for you. Did you just pick up the cursed shield to sell it?
Yes. Yes,
I like it actually. Yeah.
Yes.
Because there's just not there wasn't a whole lot going on. I thought about holding on to it to see if it traded into something cool at the Coliseum, but I kind of needed its 500 GP, so I just sold it.
There you go. Is that why you also went to Thamasa and Albrook, just to to pillage the towns and sell whatever you found?
Yes, I was going to prioritize places like Albrook and Thamasa, where you get some good, decent number of chests and a bunch of easy to get shops on the path. Since I was looking around, so yeah, that's why I did that and skipped the basement and skipped returners, because I wanted to go to places that had more shops in them, like weapon and armor shops and relic shops, to see if I could find, because I think experience eggs are for sale too. I just didn't find any in Illumina, so I was hoping to find that stuff, just didn't. But yes, that was my plan.
All right.
Yeah, the only experience egg we saw was on top of Kefka's tower.
Yeah, what a troll place for like that.
Oh, was it in the meme chest? I skipped it.
Yes,
It was in the meme chest.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, been a while since I've seen an egg in the meme chest, but every time it happens, it's always a glorious moment.
Oh yeah,
yes.
It's the best spot for it.
Well, I don't have anything else for you. Sigil, do you have anything else for Papa?
Just want to thank him for putting on a great show tonight.
Oh, good. Hopefully everyone enjoyed it. My bumbling around in this, and thank you guys for putting it on and putting on the restream. It's always great. And then I just wanted to plug one thing. I don't know if Drinks Glue already did it, but there's a new person tournament that is always ongoing, the Moogle Cup. It was something Sigil, you and I participated in.
Yes.
And it's just a great learning tool. It really helps accelerate your ability to get into racing and timed Worlds Collide runs instead of just for fun runs. And if you are interested in getting into that, the mentors are all great. It's the Moogle Cup. Go to the Discord. It's all there.
Can you tell us what our Discord is?
Final Fantasy 6 Worlds Collide.
FF6WorldsCollide.com. You'll find a link to our Discord there.
Yeah.
We've had a couple different URLs.
Yeah.
Which I know it doesn't help.
I click on them. I don't. That's.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, Papa, thank you very much for agreeing to be on the restream. Can't have the races without the racers. And yeah, both you and Glue put on a terrific show for us. And so really, thank you very much for being here.
Yeah, thank you guys.
And I want to wish you and Glue good luck with the rest of the Flashback Battle Royale.
Thank you. I'm in danger this week, so we'll see. Hopefully I can make it through. Otherwise, the Memory Lane Madwin's table will be fun too, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, and with that is going to be the end of our stream for the evening. I do want to thank you very, very much for watching. Shoutouts, as always, to SpeedGaming for allowing us to play our wonderful game on your wonderful channel. Shoutouts to Sigil, my co-commentator, my friend. It is always a pleasure to commentate with you.
It's always a pleasure to commentate with you also.
And then, once again, Cheech855, behind the scenes, pushing the buttons, the Schwantz27, helping us put everything together. Drinks Glue, as always, big community member, always putting together some kind of shenanigans, and they are always fun. So just it makes me proud to be a part of this community. But with that, it is time for us to sign off. So thank you very much for watching. Have a good evening.
Have a great night, guys.